Are we ready? I have had a lot of fun this week. I don't know about you. I'm Mayor John Curtis, and welcome to Provo. On behalf of Provo residents, I welcome all of you here today. Earlier today, many of you attended with us a summit. It was called Provo Plus 50. Now, some of you interpreted that to be for 50-year-olds and olders. It was not. It was an attempt to look 50 years into the future of Provo and define what vision we wanted for ourselves 50 years out into the future. And from education to transportation to healthcare and technology, it's important that we have a vision now of what we want to become in 50 years and that we don't let ourselves be subjects to the winds and the tides. Part of our vision for Provo is that we continue to lead in innovation, that we protect our well-deserved reputation as being creative, entrepreneurial, and leading out in resourcefulness. Of course, vision is only as good as our tools and our will to accomplish that. That's why I'm pleased today to announce a tool that Provo residents will be able to use to enhance our educational opportunities, our community involvement in many aspects of our life. So are we ready? Is it epic? I want you to know that I'm on a hunt to find whoever used that word epic. We're going to ban it. Okay, I want to hear a drum roll from everybody here. Today, I'm excited to announce that we have reached agreement to bring Google Fiber to Provo, Utah. This partnership between Google Fiber and Provo City is the result of a lengthy process to help Provo City complete the journey that we started almost a decade ago. Once approved by the City Council, and it's important to note that this does need to be approved by the City Council next week, this tool will connect Provo to the state, the county, and the world in a way never before imagined. We pursued this partnership because we know how important technology and connectivity is to the strength of our city. I could not be more pleased to find a partner like Google Partner. We're looking forward to our city having a chance to get to know them. Today's announcements opens up doors in our educational climate, our economic development, our community involvement, and in areas such as healthcare that we've not been able to imagine before.
Now, I do note that last week in Texas, in Austin, the second city that Google put online with their fiber, and again, Texas, my good friend Rick Perry, in having Austin become a fiber city. And I think that's great. You know, I like Texas, but I like Utah better. And I think Google will find that although Texas is a great location, Utah is going to be an even better location for their fiber city here in Provo.
We are, on behalf of Google, I can't say how thrilled we are to be here today. And the governor did just a great job and a great rundown of all the reasons why we can't wait to get started. This area is home to hundreds of tech companies and startups. I found out the other day that this area ranks #2 in the country in terms of intellectual property patent growth, which really speaks to the innovation that we see here. And finally, Provo consistently ranks among the best cities to live and do business in. So, at Google, we believe the future of the internet will be built on gigabit speeds. And we have a high degree of confidence that a lot of the businesses and residences here, people know exactly what they're going to do with it and what they're going to build on top of this, and we're really excited. Let me take a step back and provide a little bit of context, because I get asked this question quite a bit. What is a gigabit? Today, most Americans have broadband connections that are roughly 6 megabits a second. That's the size of the connection that you have in your home today. 6. A gigabit is 1,000 megabits. which means that a gigabit is more than 100 times faster than what people have today. Now, I get asked this question quite a bit. Why is Google then building a gigabit fiber network? And there are really two different reasons. First and foremost, we believe that speed matters. It's not just about people. We know that people who have faster connections do more of what they do today. However, more importantly, it's really about those applications that haven't been built yet. We have engineers at Google, there are engineers across the country at plenty of different companies. And they have great ideas and they want to build new applications. But they can't. It's not practical because the end user speeds are simply not fast enough. Now, I think we're on the right side of history here. Do people in the audience remember dial-up? So the move from dial-up to broadband was also a 100x improvement. It was a 100-time improvement in the speeds. Now, when we were all on dial-up, sending text messages back, or text email back and forth and low-res pictures, we couldn't possibly have imagined all the things that we do today. From e-commerce, maps, watching videos online. In fact, the other day I took my son to Paris. On Google Earth and Street View, we were able to navigate the streets in Paris. These are all the things that we never imagined were possible when we were on dial-up, and we do them today. We treat them like anything else as an ordinary part of our day. Think about all the new applications that are going to be built on top of a gigabit. That's what makes us really excited. And Provo will now join our two other fiber cities, Kansas City and Austin, as pioneers who will shape that conversation. The agreement that we reached with the city, pending city council approval and getting the deal and the transaction closed, provides for a couple of things. First and foremost, the first thing we'll do is upgrade the network to be gig capable. And it's actually really important to remember that this network's actually been in the ground for about 10 years. Technology moves pretty fast. In fact, I'm using a tablet. I see a lot of tablets out here. Tablets didn't show up in the market until about 3 years ago. So technology moves really fast. There's a lot of work required to get the network upgraded, and that's the first thing we'll do. After we get the network upgraded, we're going to have an opportunity. We will connect every home that's currently passed by the network. And that means that we'll be pulling a physical fiber into your homes. On top of that network, we will then deliver a free basic broadband service, free of monthly recurring charge, for every resident that wants it for at least a period of 7 years. And obviously, for those that want a gig, you can upgrade to the gig or a gig plus TV offer at any point in time. And then finally, as we build out this network, we'll have an opportunity to connect 25 local public institutions, schools, libraries, hospitals, with free gigabit internet connectivity. I would just emphasize that there's a lot to do. Today is just a starting point. These networks are complicated. It takes a lot of time. And assuming that we can get the agreement finally closed, we're looking forward to getting started right away. And we'd hope to install users the later part of this year. Once the network is completed, Provo will be one of the first cities in the world where access to basic broadband will flow like water or electricity. Free basic broadband will just be everywhere, and I think that's pretty cool.
It's so overwhelming to me because I just keep thinking every single home will have the internet and have it for free. How fantastic is that for our students? They will be able to access internet, homework, school, everything will become so much more efficient and so much faster. I'm overwhelmed and excited what this can mean for our educational community, and I can't wait to see what the future brings with it.
And I think it's safe to say today that Provo City is the envy of the entire state of Utah, if not every city in America right now. And it's obvious to me why Google chose Provo as its next partner for fiber. Things are happening here. The economy's booming, and we're a great place to do business. This announcement is one more feather in a cap brimming with brightly colored feathers, and it validates what people and organizations across the country have been saying about Provo and Utah Valley. We're a great place to live, work, and play, and this agreement, if approved, will only improve our unparalleled quality of life.
There's been a lot of talk about epic, and was this epic? And I'm here to tell you, if you don't think that upgrading our network to a gig speed throughout the city, connecting the rest of the 20,000 homes that are not connected, offering a gig speed at no charge to 25 institutions, and giving free internet to every home in Provo is not epic, I don't know what is. Epic.